Let's say you have a gym that you've opened up or you've had opened up for a long time, and you want to actually feel like you own a business instead of owning a job, right? You do everything. Yeah, maybe not everything. Maybe you're not sitting at the front desk every moment because you're in the back training somebody or you're doing something else. If you want to start systematizing and scaling up your business so that therefore you can at the very least have some more freedom in your life, right? And actually be a business owner, not own a job. Or maybe you want to expand it through maybe franchise the concept. That's a great way to expand that is not as capital intensive as a corporate expansion and has less liability. It's a great path to go. You need to develop some systems. You need to have some, I hate the word SOP, I don't know why, but standard operating procedures. You need to have everything plugged out in a way, as Warren Buffett would say, so that even an idiot could do it, because eventually an idiot will. And the more bulletproof your systems and structure is, the less variability you will have in your service and everything else. And therefore, the less variability you have, there obviously you're easier to scale at that time, right? And at the very least, then it's less headaches day to day as well. And that's where I took my concept in gym, built it up to the point where I didn't need to be in it anymore, and it still grew at about 10 to 15% every year. And then that's why I franchised my concept, did that path for a little bit, and then I found truly my love is coaching and working with business owners and helping them work through what they need to work through, discover and uncover new ways or different ways to approach different challenges and use it as opportunities to grow. Let's talk about if you're in that position where you are just stuck in your gym and you're just doing the day-to-day all the time. You're like, gosh, I want some freaking breathing room. Because let me tell you too, when you take a step back and you get out of the day-to-day just a little bit, you see everything a little bit different. You are not in the fog of battle, right? If you're right there, nose on the ground, it's hard to see what the hell is going on. Once you go to that, 1,000 feet up view, you can see, oh my gosh, look at that. There's that over there. There's this, there's this. Oh, if we just, instead of trying to bust through that brick wall, if we just went around it, we could get to the same place and be a lot easier. It's amazing what that can do for you when you step out and change your perspective and change your frame. Now, how are you going to do this, right? There's so many things you could do, so many things. Now, the first thing, and this is how you got to approach everything, is to simply find out what is the most basic operations of the business. Probably the most basic operation is cleaning. So systematize that. Make it simple. Now, it's really easy to get very excited and overcomplicate it. Focus on the bare minimum. Or in terms of business offerings, the MVP, minimal viable product. If you focus on doing the most basic thing first and in the simplest way possible, again, you're staying on track with that concept of make it so easy or basic that an idiot could do it, because eventually an idiot will, then you'll be in good hands. It's less to manage. And again, it's going to be a repeatable process. And it's also a very good exercise as a business owner to cut away all the fluff, because depending what area it is, it might not be in the cleaning area, but it might be in the service area, the sales area, it might be in the actual service offering itself. You just have a lot of crap that no one really wants or cares about, and it's not a driver of the business. And hey, if it's not a driver of the business, it's a waste of your freaking time. Are you doing this to waste time? I mean, if you want to waste time, I got plenty of other things you can do, right? Or maybe more enjoyable things you can do, right? Unless you're a glutton for punishment. Now, let's say we got the cleaning part plugged out. Now, how do you plug this out? You go through and do it, and then work on subtraction. Okay, what could I not do? What could we take away, or what could we combine? What tasks could we combine? And then I recommend make a checklist. You could go old school with it like I have, where you literally have a printed out checklist sheet that is laminated. So therefore, with a dry erase marker, people can check it off at the end of every shift, take a picture of it, and send it to you when they're done, so you know it's done. That's a great way to do it. It's kind of old school, but it freaking works, right? Instead of like trying to I'm trying to fill out a form online or something like that. I'm sure there's maybe some way with AI you could do it now, that if you're savvy like that, but do not underestimate the basics. Take a picture, text me at the end of your shift. You create an auto reminder text to say, hey, Joe, text that to me in 30 minutes. And so therefore Joe's reminded of it. And you, of course, micromanage before you step out. You let an employee know, hey, we're putting in this new system, this checklist system for cleaning, or checklist system for sales, or checklist systems for any type of operations. I'm going to micromanage you in the beginning because I want to make sure I help you ingrain the new habit. And then once that happens for a few weeks, I will step back and, I'll stop being up your butt. And if things ever mess up, I might get up your butt again a little bit. But again, it's all out of love and caring because I want to just make sure we are all successful. But what's beautiful about systematizing more things in your business is it might sound like a headache initially. Obviously, it can be a headache to set up. But you might feel like you also get pushback from your employees that people are like, I don't, gosh, everything, I'm like, I'm not a robot, da, da, da. But let me tell you, once you have it plugged in and you run it for long enough, and long enough doesn't even mean really that long, it means maybe 6 months or even less, then you'll find people actually appreciate it. Because unless there's a lot of extra bullshit, right? Unless there's just a lot of extra stuff that's just not needed, and that's your sign, I got too much BS. So always look to delete before you add, right? Optimize the few that's important and delete the many. But what I found through doing this over the years is that staff appreciates it because it makes their life easier. Think about yourself. When you're working in position in a business, if you have everything laid out in front of you, expectations, what needs to get done that shift or whatever, or that day, and you just check, life is easy. You don't have to really spend all this time remembering things. But take yourself to a place where you don't have that, where it's like, okay, the manager or the boss told me to do, 5 different things. All right, I remember those 5 things. And then at the end of the night, they're like, hey, dude, you forgot number 5. You forgot number 3. And you're like, damn it, I didn't mean to. And then they're up your butt and everything else because you got a life, you got other things going on. But if it's all right there, you'll find team members over enough time, when they get used to the change, are going to be grateful for it. Like I said, makes management, makes scaling, makes everything a breeze. So now to wrap up the video, I said, for instance, cleaning might be the best place. But again, approach everything from what is the least complex thing? What is the job that is the closest to what a high schooler could do? And let me systematize those things first and then slowly build up from there. So like I said, cleaning is probably the basic. Then maybe answering the phones, have a system for how that is. Then you move on to lead, follow-up, things like sales. Then depending on how complex your service offering is, maybe it's, coaching the classes or things like that, personal training. And you just continue to systematize all that until you get to the most complex and nuanced things. And again, as you do this, it's so great though, because it will literally make your business better, regardless if you scale or not. It will make your business more effective. It will make it actually run like a business instead of a job that you own. My name is Coach Keith Kepner. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want to huddle up sometime, have a brief conversation, I would love to connect with you. You could shoot me an email at the email below, or maybe there's a link for an appointment, depending what I decide to put at the bottom of the video. And I would love to help you scale and grow your business, whether it's building out the systems, whether it's tackling other things that are holding you back, or maybe you're looking to, you got all that kind of plugged in, or at least some of it plugged in, and you want to go for the next step. How can you expand to maybe 5, 6, 20 locations, go nationwide with the franchising your business? I'd be happy to talk to you about that as well. I'll see you there. Watch out for the next video.